our nation. Your role is pivotal, and through your work, society is guided by the light of transparency, accountability, and peace. It's your platform that shines the light on the work of corporate Ghana, helping us to tell our success stories and challenges. My own connection to the media runs very deep. It is an honor to stand here with a personal bond to this noble profession, one that can be traced back to my father-in-law, Mr. Fred Adjuman, the first Ghanaian director of the Ghana Institute of Journalism. His passion for truth, his courage to uplift others, and his unwavering dedication to Ghanaian journalism are values I also hold very dear. As an entrepreneur, I have always believed that, like journalists, we are called to be agents of change. We find solutions where others see challenges. Just like you, the heroes of facts and keepers of truth, bringing clarity where there is confusion. In this sense, we are united in our shared mission to move society forward. Journalists, like entrepreneurs, play a critical role in shaping our world. You are truth tellers, peacekeepers, champions of change. And together, we must endeavor to build great Ghanaian and African business champions on whose shoulders the next generation will stand, working closely with government and the media to eradicate poverty and create wealth. As business leaders, at the heart of our journey are two core principles: innovation and a constant desire to inspire and be role models for future generations. It is my belief that good corporate governance is at the foundation upon which every successful enterprise and indeed sustainable business is built. These values have been my guiding principle and that of many entrepreneurs and corporate Ghana. And I see them reflected in the work of you, the media. Your commitment to integrity and professionalism is crucial to maintaining the trust of the public and ensuring a thriving democracy. On behalf of corporate Ghana, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to you, the media, for your resilience in these challenging times. This year is a pivotal one in the journey of our democracy, and your contribution to safeguarding this future cannot be overstated. In closing, let your light continue to shine through your dedication, courage, and commitment to excellence. May you continue to uplift our nation and inspire generations that follow. I congratulate you on this incredible milestone, and may the next 75 years be even brighter. Once again, congratulations to all the award winners. The work ahead is great, but so too is your potential to shape the course of this nation's history. Let us all play our part in creating a better and more united Ghana. Thank you, and God bless our homeland, Ghana, and may He continue to make our nation great and strong. Thank you very much.
Shall we do another big round of applause for Mr. Alex Abawadade, who is the Executive Chairman and founder of the KGL Group and also reigning EMY Africa Man of the Year. Shall we do one more big round of applause for him, ladies and gentlemen? Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, tonight we're privileged to have the distinguished presence of the ever-present Minister for information, Honorable Fatimatu Abubakar. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, shall we do a big round of applause for her? She's our special guest for tonight's celebration. We're very grateful to you, Honorable Minister.
We also have in our midst the Deputy Ambassador for Spain, is in person of Mara Oelis. A round of applause for her.
So as we go along, we'll be doing some more acknowledgements and paying our respects to many who have decided to be here tonight to help us in the celebration of our excellent journalists who have broken their backs and also burnt the midnight oil to make sure that the important stories have gotten to the corridors of power and also gotten to people who can make change, take decisions, and make society tick in a positive direction. At this moment, we'll zoom in very immediately on the first set of awards for this evening. Of course, later on, we'll also be paying respects to the memory of some who have left us and been called to higher service. And of course, saying thank you in a very special way to every single person who has added in terms of their energy and their strength to the execution of this 75th edition, or the 75th anniversary of the Ghana Journalists Association's existence here in Ghana. At this moment, it's my pleasure to welcome here to the stage COP Mame Ya Tiwa Adodankwa to help us with the presentation of the first award. We begin with the court and crime category. Ladies and gentlemen, the executive director of IOCO will be presenting this award to the winner. It's my pleasure to announce to you the winner, whose story title, Ensuring Peace and Security, how the border community of Manyoro, Selfishin, initiated a police station project to fight domestic and cross-border crimes. This journalist comes from TV3, from the Media General Stables. With a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, shall we congratulate Castro Sanyala.
We'll do it better for him as he walks onto the stage.
The citation reads, your article, Ensuring Peace and Security, brought out a lot of in-depth reporting and not only brings to light the significant security challenges facing border communities, but also showcases the power of grassroots initiatives in addressing these issues. Congratulations to you once again, Castro. And of course, this evening, he also receives a laptop which is sponsored by IOCO. Shall we do a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, one more time? Thank you very much. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, would like to once again salute the Spanish ambassador to Ghana, His Excellency Angel Losada. Shall we put our hands together for him, ladies and gentlemen? Of course, we're very grateful to his predecessor for all the work and what he's transferred to him. I don't know which club he supports. We're going to discuss that later on. I don't know whether he's on the Barcelona end of things or on the Real Madrid end of things. Honorable Minister, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would like to pay our respects in a symbolic way tonight at this awards event to the winner of the education category. To help us present this award, we'd like to welcome up here to the stage Mr. Jacob Finn, the Chief Operating Officer at Wisconsin International University College, Ghana. Please welcome him with a big round of applause.
Ladies and gentlemen, this award is in the category of education. And of course, this is from the Fourth Estate. Winning these awards is, or there are two people actually, and they're in the persons of Evans Aziamo Mensa and Ajua Adobia Owusu. A round of applause for them from the Fourth Estate. You can do it better for them as they walk on the stage. Of course, this is because of their angling, which was apt, and their concentration on point. They touched the nerves of many Ghanaians, who have in the past gone through harrowing experiences of getting placement for their children and wards after completing junior high school. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, a round of applause for them. Well, we have on stage Evans Aziamo Mensah from the 4th Estate. Do it better for them, please.
Congratulations to our friends from the 4th Estate. Ladies and gentlemen, we can do it better for them. And also, we're grateful to Mr. Jacob Finn, who is the Chief Operating Officer at the Wisconsin International University College, Ghana. We'll carry on with the presentation of awards this evening as we build up to the PA Viansa Journalist of the Year Award, which will be the topmost of the evening. But for now, we'll throw the focus on gender. To help us with the presentation of this award, it's my pleasure to welcome up here the President of the Institute of Public Relations, IPR, Madam Esther Koba. Please welcome her with a big round of applause.
Africa, Africa.
I'll keep doing it for her. Beautifully walking onto the stage, Madam Esther Koba.
The citation for the Gender Award reads, witchcraft and witch camp issues have lingered on for some years now. The deliberate focus on the practice is to ultimately free a lot of women who have over the years been encircled with a series of witchcraft accusations. This story, Witchcraft Accusations, a Tool or Torture, Segregation and Lynching of Victims, was not just an advocacy story, but one that will whip the enthusiasm of society to stand up and be counted. Based on the hard work, the GJA has decided to award you to do more in subsequent years. And the congratulatory message goes to the winner of this award, Benedicta Jima Foley of the Ghanaian Times. And we'll do some more applause to encourage her as she makes her way here. Benedicta Jima Foley of the Ghanaian Times is our winner for the Gender Award here at the 75th anniversary edition of the GJA Awards here at the Accra International Conference Center, which is also live on GTV. Congratulations to you once again, Benedicta, and continue to do more. Congratulations. Shall we do one more big round of applause?
A round of applause as she walks off the stage, winning that award in the category of gender. Now, our next award category is for the columnist. And to present this award, let's kindly invite onto the stage Nana Kwekude, also known as Mr. Ransford Teta. He is a former president of the GJA. A round of applause for him.
Mr. Ransford Tete, also known as Nana Kwekude, happens to be a former editor of the Daily Graphic as well. Shall we do one more big round of applause as we welcome him?
As I said earlier, this award is going to the category of the columnist. And I'm going to read this short citation. Your article, My Earthquake Experience in China, published the short story column of the Daily Graphic on February 18, 2023, massively capturing the emotional depth and gravity of a natural disaster through vivid storytelling. Your immersive recounts of the simulated earthquake experience, coupled with reflections on Ghana's vulnerability to similar disasters, offers both a personal and societal perspective. His thoughtful and well-researched writing not only highlights global disaster preparedness, but also raises critical awareness about the importance of proactive measures in Ghana, making his work truly deserving of recognition. Ladies and gentlemen, with a round of applause, help me welcome onto the stage the winner for the columnist category. He's in the person of Edmund Smith Asante from the Graphic Communication Group Limited. A round of applause for him as he walks onto the stage. Edmund Smith Asante.
Congratulations to you once again, Edmund Smith Asante of the Graphic Communications Group. He is your columnist of the year. Please do one more big round of applause. Who is also a former GJA president and a former editor of the Graphic newspaper, the Daily Graphic newspaper. Shall we appreciate him with another round of applause? Shortly, we'll be welcoming the first gentleman of the land, His Excellency the President of the Republic, and so we'll be getting ourselves ready for that very shortly. But as we go along, we'll continue to congratulate all of our friends who have excelled in various areas and various genres of journalism over the last year. Next will be the online journalist, the online news journalist of the year. To help us to present this award, we'd like to welcome up here to the stage the general manager of the Kempinski Gold Coast City Hotel, Mr. Hanno Barkov. The citation for this award reads, $1 million per constituency toilets abandoned as communities defecate in the open is a bold and gripping expose that sheds light on the tragic neglect of basic infrastructure in Ghana's coastal communities. Through vivid storytelling and detailed investigative work, as well as sorrowful but powerful images of the abandoned structures and ruin, this journalist uncovers the broken promises of the $1 million per constituency initiative, revealing the dire consequences of abandoned public toilet projects. This report brings to life the human toil and the failures, offering a powerful and urgent call for accountability. This award tonight recognizes the dedication, the truth, and the commitment to social justice. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please help me with another resounding round of applause as we say congratulations to Philip Tay Aguve. Shall we put our hands together? From the Media Foundation for West Africa and the Fourth Estate, as well as Fact Check Ghana. Another big round of applause. Congratulations to you, Philip Tay Aguve.
Congratulations, Philip Tay Aguve of the Fourth Estate. And let's do it for him as he walks off the stage. Once again, congratulations. Our next category is in news, particularly radio. And of course, I'm going to read the citation for this particular winner. Newborn babies in Ghana and many other parts of Africa literally have to clear several health hurdles before they reach their 6th birthday. Killer diseases such as tuberculosis, polio, whooping cough, and measles stare them in the faces as they walk through the valley of the shadow of death towards their teenage years. It is therefore quite scary to learn from your story titled Nationwide Vaccine Shortage Hits Ghana Amidst Measles Outbreak that vaccines could save children from these killer diseases had run out at a point in time, which meant that immunization of vulnerable children against these exterminating illnesses was simply not possible. Ladies and gentlemen, this winner engaged multiple sources to get varied statements and comments to satisfy the journalist's element of fairness, as he well aware of the sensitive nature of the subject of the story. The association is crowning him with the 2024 GJA Best News Reporter of the Year for the radio category. Ladies and gentlemen, firstly, let me welcome onto the stage the presenter for this award. He is in the person of Mr. Alex Apau-Dade. He is Executive Chairman of KGL Group. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome him onto the stage with a round of applause. And of course, to the winner of this category, with a resounding round of applause, help me welcome Ridwan Karim Dini Osman. He is from Star FM EIB Network. A round of applause for him. He's been adjudged the 2024 GJA Best News Reporter of the Year Radio. Oh, do it better for him as he walks onto the stage. Congratulations, Ridwan. Once again, a round of applause for our winner, of course, the Executive Chairman of KGL Group, Mr. Alex Apau-Dade. Now, our next award category, News Reporting Print. And to do this presentation, let's kindly welcome Chief Corporate Services Officer, Madame Ajua Riafe. A round of applause for her as she walks onto the stage. Oh, please do it better for her. She's the Chief Corporate Services Officer, Madame Ajua Riafe. This award category is for news reporting, specifically print. And for the citation, your story on the Apiatsi community titled 1 Year After Apiatsi Explosion, Victims Grateful Cry for More Help stands tall in this category. Your story details the lives of several survivors a year after the tragic incident, highlighting the psychological and financial burden they continue to face. Now, that also sheds light on the support being offered to survivors and families of victims by the government, organizations, and individuals to help them rebuild their lives while projecting the need for increased support from all stakeholders. The quality of your story shows your commitment to journalistic work and dedication to rekindle an almost forgotten story. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome onto the stage the winner of the News Report and Print Award. He's in the person of Timothy Taya Bini. She's from the Daily Graphic. Timothy Taya Bini. Round of applause for him, Daily Graphic.
Congratulations to you, Timothy Taya Bini of the Daily Graphic. Congratulations once again for winning the News Reporting Print Award for this 28th GJA Awards. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to you, Timothy Inyongo of the Daily Graphic, for winning the News Reporting Print Award here. Congratulations to you once again, and would like to say a very big thank you to Madame Ajua Riafe, who is the Chief Corporate Services Officer at Communication Giants MTN. Shall we do a big round of applause for her? Honorable Minister, now Chairman, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, would like to pay our respects to the representative of the Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana, His Lordship Justice Kwesi Boakye, a Court of Appeal judge. Shall we do a big round of applause for him? The Speaker of Parliament, Right Honorable Sumana Kilsport Bagbin, has also sent a strong delegation which is led by two deputy clerks, Mr. Ebenezer Jetro and Dr. Gloria Sako Kumeru. Shall we put our hands together for them? USAID West Africa is also supporting us very greatly and are led this evening by Mr. John Blankson, who's a senior communications head here at the office. Shall we do a big round of applause? Joyce Asiedu and Matthew Asada are representing the U.S. Embassy here in Accra. We'll do a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And this takes us to the next award, which will be the News Story Television. To help us with the presentation of the award, would like to welcome up here to the stage the chairman of the 28th GJA Media Awards Committee, Mr. George Ramsey Benamba. Please do a big round of applause. The Awards Committee Chair, ladies and gentlemen, will also be presenting a citation which reads, in what could easily have been just another reportage on the impact of the Akosombo Dam spillage on nearby communities, you went over and above to show how this man-made perennial disaster is impacting already on poor communities, threatening their livelihoods and education of their children. You further surprised us by taking us to a devastated Fiaho, where we see the tired statue of a man who died for this nation, Lieutenant General Kotoka, after whom our Accra International Airport is named. Congratulations on your amazing storytelling. And this evening, we'd like to congratulate the winner for this News Television Award, Fred Duho of Channel 1 TV, previously known as City TV. Sends a very strong message yet, one which all of us are supposed to be supporting. Congratulations to you. We do admire the advocacy, and we all need to come together as one people to ensure that we make this a thing of the past and a thing of history. Congratulations to you once again, Fred Duho. Congratulations to you one more time, and we'll say congratulations to all of our awardees so far. We'll carry on with the presentation of awards, and at this time, we'd like to welcome up here the chairman of the GJA 75th Anniversary Planning Committee, Mr. Kobe Asma. Please welcome him with applause.
I'll do it better for him. This award category is for features, particularly online features. And the citation reads, your article, Poison Crops Inside, produced from mining sites in Ghana, masterfully combines meticulous investigative research with a powerful message about the looming danger that Ghanaians face as mining activities encroach upon agricultural spaces. Your attention to detail is evident through your extensive interviews, reliance on expert analysis, and review published studies, all of which provided a nuanced understanding of the potential contamination of crops near mining sites by heavy metals. Your bold reminder serves as a crucial wake-up call to the Ghanaian public, urging all to recognize the risks posed by unchecked mining practices and the consumption of produce from affected regions. By drawing upon data from the historical and research, which is recent, you underscore the long-term health risks and the urgent need for policies that protects the population from this growing danger. Ladies and gentlemen, with a round of applause, help me welcome onto the stage the winner for this category, Dr. Netta Chris Abiana Pasram. A round of applause for her. For the award category of feature, particularly online, Dr. Netta Chris Abiana. She's receiving a plaque as well as a citation from the Ghana Journalists Association. I'll do it better for her.
To make my prayer. Wake up early every morning to please my people with African prayer.
And we're very grateful to you, Mr. Kobe Asma, Chairman of the GJA 75th Anniversary Planning Committee. I'd like to welcome up here a former president of the Ghana Journalists Association, Madam Ajwa Yeboah Afari, to help us with the presentation of the next award. Please welcome her with applause.
Now, the award category is for feature, particularly radio. Okay, we've already done this category. And so, yes, that was won by Ridwan Karim Dini Osman. We're going to bring more of these award categories. But of course, a round of applause for all our awardees so far. They've done a great job. Right, and so we are getting another feature, or award category, feature radio. And the citation reads as follows. You brought to the fore the reckless dumping of untreated medical and company waste at the pond landfill site and showed how nationwide authorities helplessly look on as non-compliance persists because no regulator can work without enforcement. Your story also cautioned of a possible outbreak of infectious diseases in our communities because the waste pickers are not protected from the untreated medical waste. For this, you have been awarded the best story for feature radio. Ladies and gentlemen, with a round of applause, help me invite onto the stage the winner for this category, Ridwan Karim Dini Osman. He is from the EIB network. He's won the category for feature radio. Do it better for him.
Once again, we would like to say a very big congratulations to our good friend, with one Karim Dean Osman of the EIB Network for winning this award. It's been picked up on his behalf. Congratulations to him. Our next award presenter will be helping us with the presentation of two awards, Feature Television and Feature Print. Before that, however, I would like to acknowledge the presence of the Executive Director of the Media Foundation for West Africa, Mr. Suleiman Abraham. Shall we put our hands together for him? I'd like to welcome up here to the stage His Excellency Daniel Kroll, who is the German ambassador to Ghana, to help us with the presentation of the next two awards. Please welcome him with applause. Thank you. The citation for Feature Print reads, you produced a compelling feature story of frustration and pain inflicted by online scamming syndicates. It was a meticulous piece of work that shone the light on the underground operations that turned celebratory moments into mournful scenes. Through your coherent presentation, your piece scammed, waiting in pain and in vain. The new way of online scammers are tricking unsuspecting customers traveled across police, cybersecurity, online business operations, victims of online fraud, amongst others, to win the Best Feature Print category. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me congratulate Kester Abram Kranche, our winner. To you, Kester. Keep going and keep moving stronger and stronger. His Excellency Daniel Kroll will help us with the presentation of the next award, which will be Feature Television. And the citation reads, in your story dubbed Hope in a Mess, you looked at unemployment of people with disability, PWD, as a human rights issue. You opened the conversation of discrimination and everyday barriers which restrict PWDs from participating in society on equal basis with others. You also pointed out that existing laws must be strengthened and enforced to take PWDs out of poverty and give them good health care and not deny them the right to be included in school or the workplace. Then you presented a unique situation where a group of people with hearing disability have been employed for about 5 years. This award has won you the Best Feature Television. Honorable Minister, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please help me congratulate the winner, Beatrice Senaju of the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, GBC. Congratulations to you once again, Beatrice Senaju of GBC, for winning the special award tonight. Best feature television going to be the Chronicles of GBC. Congratulations to you once again. Your Excellency, we're very grateful to you for doing us the honors. Thank you very much. And as we go along tonight, there's a very big bit of entertainment coming from a legend of high life. That will be later on. But of course, right now as well, I'd like to remind all of us that we're also building up to the topmost award of the evening, which will be the PAV Ansar GJA Journalist of the Year. We're also looking forward to the Komla Most Promising Journalist and the announcement of the Female Journalist of the Year. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we'll carry on, and the next will be documentary online.
Right, and to do the presentation for us, let's welcome the president of Primpark, Edwin Arthur. A round of applause for him as he walks onto the stage. The documentary online, and the citation reads, in this phenomenal investigative documentary piece, you go over and above to show men who prioritize brothels and sex workers what happens to your sperms after they've ascended and descended their pinnacle of bliss. Now, something muscular man, but does man know what will kill him? For daring to go where many once dare, and for exposing this bizarre phenomenon, you are hereby awarded the Documentary Online Award. Ladies and gentlemen, with a round of applause, help me welcome onto the stage the winner for this award, Stanley Nibleu, Media General. And the title of this documentary, Sperm Merchants. Sperm Merchants. I believe many of you have watched it. Very scary documentary, isn't it? Stanley Nibleu. Sperm Merchants. I believe many of you have watched it. Very scary documentary, isn't it? Stanley Nibleu. Going on over and above to get this done. From Media General. A round of applause for him once again. It's not easy to do this. A round of applause for him. Stanley Nibleu, documentary title, Sperm Merchants. Very interesting documentary. Our next set of awards coming right up, and the next category is for the documentary, specifically radio. And to present this award, can you help me invite the Spanish ambassador, Angel Losada. A round of applause for him. The citation reads as follows. Your beautiful piece of work sheds light on the critical issue of teenage pregnancy and the use of contraceptives in some rural communities in the country. The documentary brought the often overlooked issue of teenage pregnancy and the poor usage of contraceptives in remote areas to the forefront. Congratulations to our winner for this award, Doreen Ampofo from GBC. Doreen Ampofo from GBC. Title of this documentary, Teenage Pregnancy and the Usage of Contraceptives in Coastal Communities. A round of applause for her. Doreen Ampofo for winning this award. Spanish Ambassador Angel Losada. A round of applause for them as they walk off the stage.
We're grateful to you so far, and we're building up very, very gradually. Greetings to all of our friends who are joining us via live streams on various platforms, which we'll be acknowledging as we go along. At this time, I would like to welcome Mr. Suleiman Ibrahima, who's the Executive Director of the Media Foundation for West Africa, to help with the presentation of the next award, which will be Best Radio Program, Ghanaian Language. The citation reads, your community engagement program on radio inspires positive change and empowers communities through in-depth reporting on local issues and showcasing grassroots initiatives. It also serves as a catalyst for change, mobilizing communities, and to address pressing issues and to create a better future for indigents within the Ga community. Congratulations. And the winner is the program Negbe Nyeshe on Obonu FM under the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause. Congratulations to our friends, the presenters and producers of the show, Nek Benyeshe, for winning the award for Ghanaian Language Program of the Year here at the GJA Awards, the 75th anniversary edition. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we're also grateful to Mr. Suleiman Ibrahima, who's the Executive Director of the Media Foundation for West Africa. I'd like to welcome up here another great inspiration when it comes to longevity in the field of journalism. Please help me welcome veteran journalist, Madame Ruth Ajololo, to help us present the next award. Madame Ruth Ajololo will be helping us to present the Best Radio Program, English. The ever-present Madame Ruth Ajololo, always looking very colorful as well. Please do it for her one more time as she makes her way onto the stage. And the citation for this award reads, you have succeeded in using your program to educate and sensitize Ghanaians, especially those in authority, to the plight of the downtrodden and the disadvantaged. You have used your program to support advocacy against illegal mining and attempted to bring to the fore the concerns of the people on sanitation and infrastructural development, amongst others. This makes your program interesting, and for that, you have won the Radio Program of the Year, English. Ladies and gentlemen, with another big round of applause, shall we congratulate our friends from the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM from the Multimedia Group. Congratulations to you, Mr. Samuel Adame, producer of the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM, and the rest of the team for winning the best radio program, English.
And I just have to live, and I wanna give. I'm completely positive. I think this time around.
And we're very grateful to you, Madam Ruth Ajololo. Ladies and gentlemen, some more applause in celebration of these great achievements here on the stage.
The time has come for me to break out of the shell. I have to show that I'm
It's my pleasure to welcome here to the stage a serial entrepreneur and national chairman of the People's National Convention, Mr. Samson Asaki Awingobit, to help us with the presentation of the next award. The next award will be for Best Television Program, Ghanaian Language. And the citation reads, your show offers a unique platform for children to exhibit their unique dancing skills. Aside unearthing these talents at a youthful and young age, this show enhances the child's creativity and it also enjoys a huge patronage from the viewing public. You have received the award for the Best Television Program, Ghanaian Language. Congratulations. And I'm referring to Atinka Kids Dance from the Atinka Media Village. Please put your hands together as we welcome the production team and the presenters here onto the stage. Congratulations to our friend from Atinka Media Village once again for putting together this kids-centered show. Congratulations once again. Keep it going. Keep the creativity alive. And you sure are going to be acknowledged in a very big way. Thank you. We're grateful to Mr. Samson Asaki Awingobit, who is the national chairman of the People's National Convention. We'll move on to the presentation of the next award, which will be for Best Television Program, English. Helping to present this award, I'd like to welcome up here to the stage the Greater Accra Regional Chairman of the Ghana Journalists Association, Mr. Charles Benoni Okine. Please welcome him with applause. Mr. Charles Benoni Okine is also a business editor at the Graphic Communications Group. The citation for this award reads, in a world where things happen so fast, news has a tendency to sizzle out just as quickly as it breaks. This show does a fantastic job of taking the stories that truly matter and dig deep. The host and his guests go to great extents to dissect the matters that affect everyday Ghanaians in such a way that the viewer can understand. For the consistent delivery and the commitment to good journalism, you are hereby awarded the Best Television Program, English. Congratulations to PM Express, hosted by Evan Spencer. And of course, the winning show considered for this award is the Debt Exchange Crisis, the case of individual bondholders. Evan Spencer is also an editor of Joy News and the long-time host of the show, which we can now duly refer to as an award-winning show, PM Express. Congratulations to you, Evan Spencer, host of PM Express.
Let the music take control. We're going
Congratulations to you, Evan Spencer, and the whole production team of PM Express on the Joy News channel at the Multimedia Group. Congratulations once again. Ladies and gentlemen, another big round of applause. The next award is that of documentary television.
And to present this award, we invite onto the stage a Justice of the Court of Appeal, His Lordship Justice Kwesi Boakye. A round of applause for him. His Lordship Justice Kwesi Boakye. Now, this category of an award is for documentary television, and the story Thirsty Dams Tackling One Village, One Dam Policy. Citation reads, "You have great storytelling capabilities, great pictures, necessary information. You have the when you start, when you want to finish effect. Thirsty Dams, Tracking One Village, One Dam Policy documentary tells the story and engages the viewer. Good job." And this award is going to Solomon Jojo Kobana of the Multimedia Group Limited. Solomon Jojo Kobana of Multimedia. A round of applause for him.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, Chairman, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, considering my background as a sports journalist, would like to situate the award winner's situation within the transfer market. So at the time when he put up this excellent piece of work, he was in the multimedia stables, and now he's done a transfer to, EIB Network, and would have to acknowledge that. But congratulations to him. Jojo Kobana is an amazing journalist, and he is a man of quality. Congratulations to you once again, Jojo Kobana. Ladies and gentlemen, let's celebrate him one more time.
And we're going to hold on with our awardees, and we're going to have some brief remarks. And to do this, we're going to invite the United Nations President or Resident Coordinator, Ghana, Mr. Charles Paul Abani. Brief remarks for him. A round of applause as he walks onto the stage. Mr. Charles Paul Abani, he is a United Nations Resident Coordinator for Ghana.
Good evening, everybody. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, I know he will shortly be joining us, and I want to acknowledge on an award night, the award recently given to him by the Atlantic Council as Global Citizen in recognition of his work on global peace, on democracy, and on human development. The chairman of the occasion, the Honorable Minister of Information, Ministers of State here present, members of Parliament, representatives of the Chief Justice, President of the Ghana Journalists Association, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, esteemed media practitioners and members of the Fourth Estate, representatives and distinguished dignitaries from the private sector, from civil society, traditional rulers, as well as religious rulers and institutions. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor indeed to stand before you today on behalf of the United Nations Development System here in Ghana, as we join the Ghana Journalists Association in celebrating
two remarkable occasions, the 75th anniversary and the 28th GJA Media Awards. Let's first reflect on the word that appears at the bottom there, excellence. What does it mean? Ladies and gentlemen, excellence is not a destination. It's a never-ending quest, a habit, a mindset, a journey towards perfection. We know that perfection, nobody is perfect, but it is the habit of excellence that helps us to strive towards that. It speaks to the idea of constant improvements, never settling, always aiming higher. I pray that this quest and this mindset is infused in all the journalists in Ghana today, and indeed the whole nation, as it strives to be better and greater ever and achieve its own ambitions. In line with the theme, the role of the media in democratic governance and elections, let us first reflect on this. This significant event, we must recognize the pivotal role that the media plays in our democratic governance.
Thank you very much, Mr. Charles Mbani. We'll continue with the speech shortly. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, shall we all rise as we welcome His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, our guest of honor for this 75th anniversary celebration awards night. Thank you. Please remain standing for the national anthem of Ghana. Thank you. Thank you very much. And ladies and gentlemen, that was a royal dance to welcome His Excellency, the President of the Republic, who is our guest of honor for this 75th anniversary GJA Awards night. Your Excellency, you're very welcome. We're grateful for your presence here this evening. My name is Nathaniel Atto, and this evening I'm hosting this award ceremony with Judith Brown. And so far, we've handed out some 20 awards. We're building up to the main award of the evening, which will be the PAV and GJA Journalist of the Year. Also, one very special one that we'll be giving out tonight will be the Komla Dumo Emerging Journalist of the Year Award. Your Excellency, once again, you're very welcome. And I will now hand you over to the UN Resident Coordinator, Mr. Charles Ambani, for his address to the awards night. Your Excellency, you are very welcome.
Thank you, MCs. Mr. President, Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. You're welcome, sir. I had already done my protocols before you arrived, but I do want to seize the opportunity again to ask the whole crowd, actually, on an awards night, to congratulate you on the Atlantic Council's Global Citizen Award, which you received recently for your work on global peace, on democracy, and human development. Please join me in congratulating the President. And let me stand on the existing protocols I had already established and move on with the speech. As we reflect on this significant event, we recognize the pivotal role the media plays in our democratic governance and electoral processes. Journalism is not just a profession, it's the cornerstone of democracy, a bridge between the government and the governed. For the past 7.5 decades, Ghanaian journalists have been the vigilant sentinels of our society, tirelessly investigating, reporting, and illuminating the truth. They have bravely confronted power, held officials accountable, and provided the public with information that shapes their understanding of the world. In doing so, you have upheld the principles of transparency and accountability that are fundamental to any thriving democracy. As we traverse the complex landscapes of contemporary media, we find ourselves in a time of unprecedented challenges and opportunities. The advent of digital technology has transformed how information is disseminated and consumed. Today, news travels faster than ever, reaching audiences across the globe in seconds. However, with this rapid dissemination comes the peril of mis- and disinformation, hate speech, and the erosion of trust in credible reporting that threatens to undermine the very foundations of democracy. In light of these challenges, the role of journalism is more vital than ever. We need quality journalism that will check on power, as well as serve as a platform for diverse voices, a watchdog over governance, including electoral processes. As Ghana approaches its 2024 presidential and parliamentary elections, the role of quality journalists cannot be overemphasized. We know that the coverage of elections, be they local, national, or global, becomes the very fabric that holds our democratic institutions intact. It is you, the media, that ensures voters are informed about candidates, policies, your right to vote, enabling citizens to engage meaningfully. It is you, the media, that fosters public discourse, encouraging debate and discussion around critical issues that affect our communities and our future. And I give a shout out to the brave journalist who put this poster right up here. Please give him a round of applause. It is through such open and free discussion that citizens are empowered to question, to engage, and to advocate for change. In essence, the media acts as both a facilitator and a participant in democracy, championing the values of free expression and human dignity. In the context of the elections, the consequences can be dire when inherent or subconscious bias filters into the narrative, potentially fueling political instability and even violence. It is the media's responsibility, therefore, to combat these threats by adhering to the highest standards of accuracy, fact-checking, and ethical reporting. And I also want to encourage journalists to remain positive in the outlook that they present. The narrative on the African continent is so full of doom and gloom that we often forget the many, many amazing achievements that we have on this continent. The GJA has a pivotal role in championing these standards across the media platforms and landscape, promoting a culture of truth, trust, and respect in public discourse. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the United Nations commends the government and people of Ghana for their enduring commitment to upholding press freedom and ensuring the safety of journalists. Ghana has made significant strides in creating an environment where journalists can operate freely, contributing to the nation's democratic vibrancy. The passage of the Right to Information Bill marks a significant milestone in empowering journalists, providing them with greater access to essential information and enhancing their ability to hold institutions accountable. However, we recognize that the challenges remain, particularly in addressing isolated incidents of harassment and ensuring robust protections for all media practitioners. We urge the government to continue on its efforts and take further action in the spirit of excellence that I explained earlier on, to strengthen the legal and institutional frameworks that safeguard the rights and safety of journalists, particularly during critical moments such as elections. While the media carries a tremendous burden of responsibility, we must also acknowledge the risks that journalists face. The safety of journalists is an issue that cannot be taken lightly, particularly during heightened political periods. Freedom of the press is not just a right, it is a cornerstone of democracy, and we must all work together to protect those who bring us the news. The UN stands firmly in support of press freedom and the protection of journalists. Globally, we have seen too many instances where journalists have been harassed, threatened, and even killed for simply doing their jobs. We call upon all the stakeholders, government, political actors, civil society, security agencies, to ensure that journalists carry out their work safely and without fear of reprisal. As the UN, we are committed to supporting Ghana in its quest to maintain a free and fair media environment. Through partnerships with civil society, international organizations, the government agencies, we are working to enhance media literacy, promote journalist safety, and support initiatives that counter misinformation and disinformation. For example, the United Nations European Union Elections Working Group has emerged as a vital platform for continuous engagement between development partners, election stakeholders, and the media. This platform has elevated the role of journalists in scrutinizing fundamental issues that shape our democratic process. Through agencies such as UNESCO, UNDP, and the Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights, the United Nations has actively supported national institutions like SHRAJ, the National Media Commission, and the Ghana Journalists Association. This collaboration has focused on enhancing capacity of journalists in critical areas, understanding and being able to report on disinformation and misinformation, countering hate speech, speaking out on human rights, and conflict-sensitive journalism. This is an important area. In the lead up to December elections, our collective efforts will focus on fostering an environment where free speech is protected and the truth prevails. Ladies and gentlemen, as Ghana embarks on this particular journey, let us remember that peaceful elections are not the sole responsibility of one actor. They require the collective commitment of government, political parties, civil society, the media, religious and traditional rulers, young people, indeed, every citizen. The media plays a crucial role in shaping public perceptions, guiding national conversations, and fostering an atmosphere of peace and tolerance. We call on the media practitioners to carry out their duty with integrity, fairness, and professionalism. As we celebrate this 75th anniversary, let us honor the journalists who have risked their lives in war zones, the editors who have meticulously fact-checked every piece of information, and the correspondents who cover stories from the ground up. Their dedication to excellence, integrity, and truth embodies this spirit of professionalism and reminds us of the responsibility we share. As we come to the elections, we must address the heightened tensions and electoral mistrust that stems from previous contests and which are fueled by the kinds of information and perceptions that are created. On behalf of the UN, I urge all Ghanaians to embrace peace and call on all stakeholders in the election process to uphold the integrity of Ghana's own cherished electoral system, which I must remind you all is the envy not only of this continent, but of the globe. Engage in constructive dialogue, listen to one another, and prioritize the stability of this great nation. Together, let us work diligently to ensure that the elections are free from these challenges. Those corrosive elements not only undermine our democratic values, but also sow the seeds of division and mistrust, and we all know where that leads. As we approach this crucial juncture, let us remember what Ghana deserves: a free, transparent, fair, and peaceful election. Let us honor the sacrifices of those who fought for the rights of everybody to vote. And let us demonstrate again our leadership in democratic governance here on the African continent. Together, we have the power to facilitate an atmosphere of inclusion and respect, ensuring that every Ghanaian feels valued and heard. Let us stand firm in our commitment to democracy, and as we march forward, not just as citizens of Ghana, but ambassadors of peace, integrity, and hope for the future. The United Nations, along with the National Peace Council, have a campaign called the I Pledge for Peace campaign. I pledge for peace, and I call on all Ghanaian journalists to also pledge for peace. In conclusion, as we celebrate with the journalists, we honor the courage and dedication of those who have laid the foundation of truth and integrity in the media. We celebrate your courage, your dedication, and your unwavering commitment to the truth. Looking ahead, we must collectively recommit to upholding the principles of transparency, accountability, and ethical reporting. Together, we will continue to support the diverse, independent, and resilient media landscape, ensuring that journalists remain a powerful force for democratic governance and also enduring beacon of truth for generations to come. Happy 75th anniversary, and congratulations to the Ghana Journalists Association for their indispensable contributions. And long may your work thrive. I thank you very much.
And we're very grateful to you, Mr. Charles Mbani, who is the UN Resident Coordinator here in Ghana. Thank you very much for this message of goodwill. Your Excellency, Honorable Minister, our Chairperson, ladies and gentlemen, colleagues in the media, good friends who are joining us via our various live streams. This evening, we're building up to the biggest award of the evening. And of course, all of the messages have been channeled towards ensuring peace and a smooth December 7 presidential and parliamentary election. At this time, it's my pleasure to bring here to the stage the president of the Ghana Journalists Association, who has a major background in marketing, communications, and entrepreneurship, and who has led the charge of the Ghana Journalists Association with great excellence. One of the biggest achievements to date is bidding and successfully winning the bid to host the third edition of the African Media Convention, which had His Excellency the President of the Republic gracing the final day. It has placed Ghana very well within the space of media on the African continent, and is sure placing the GJA as well as a beacon of light when it comes to journalism associations across the African continent. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I'd like all of us to welcome the one and only Albert Kwabena Jumfor, President of the Ghana Journalists Association.
Good evening. Good evening to you all. Yeah. The father of the nation, the president of the republic, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, now Professor Edmond Nyem Dele, Paramount Chief of Nandom Traditional Area, who is the chairman for today's occasion, the Vice Chancellor, Federal University, Kashiri, Gombe State, Professor Umaru Pate, the Minister of Information, my very dear sister, Honorable Fatimatu Abubakar, all ministers of state and members of parliament here present, members of the diplomatic corps, the UN resident coordinator, Mr. Charles Abani, my senior brother, a colleague, the NMC chairman, Mr. Wedu Ayabuafo, the group chairman of the KGA group, who has been very supportive to the GJA, Mr. Alex Dade, Mamitiwa Addo Dankwa, the Yoko executive director, and my sister, my able and executive national executive, the general manager of Kempinski, members of the National Council, esteemed guests, corporate partners, heirs of media institutions, colleague journalists, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the National Executive and National Council, I welcome you all to the 28th Ghana Journalists Association Media Awards. Now, Chairman, today marks a significant milestone in the history of our noble profession. We gather to celebrate 75 years of dedicated service to the nation, promoting truth, accuracy, and fairness in journalism. The Ghana Journalists Association has been the beacon of excellence, guiding journalists to uphold the highest standards. Over the decades, our association has played critical roles in shaping Ghana's narrative, holding leaders accountable and amplifying the voices of the marginalized. We have weathered socio-political storms, faced industry challenges, and persevered. The Ghana Journalists Association has been at the forefront of promoting media literacy, capacity building, and ethical journalism practices. We will continue to support training programs, workshops, and conferences that enhance our members' skills. Now, Chairman, tonight, we pay tribute to our forebears who fought tirelessly for press freedom and independence. Their legacy inspires us to continue advocating for a free and vibrant media. History. The GJA has come a long way as we celebrate the 75th birthday of our noble association. Our chairman, His Excellency, GJA was established by Ghana's first president, Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, on August 15, 1949, as the largest umbrella body to champion media freedom, the welfare of media practitioners, and more importantly, the country's development agenda. Initially christened Africa Press Association, APA, the association has since transitioned through different identities, such as the Ghana Press Club and Association of Journalists and Writers, to its present name, the GJA. Now, Chairman, as I stated during our last commemorative lecture, it is important to note that a number of the nationalist leaders were journalists who used the power of the pen to propagate their ideas and vision of independence for the then Gold Coast, and indeed, they succeeded. Homage to forebearers and trailblazers. On this historic day, we honor our forefathers for their sacrifices in laying the sturdy foundation on which we stand today. We remember Martin Tessin Kofi, Sam Atta, Fraser Oforiata, G.A. Dentu, Kwame Jewu Chem, T.B. Oti, Cecil Ford, and Henry Ofori, who served as leaders during the association's formative and most adult years. In recent memory, we also honor Edwin Tenge, Adrian Ameyibo, Kabrable Amiye, Gifty Afeidazi, Adroyabwa Afare, Nana Kwekudai, A.K. Ransford Tete, Aframoni, Bright Bleu, and the late Godwin Avenogo for their leadership roles in bringing us this far. It is important, now Chairman and His Excellency, it is important to state beyond executive proximity and embrace some other individuals whose contributions to the development and growth of the GJA have been rather enormous. In this regard, we honor the champion of champions in the promotion of press freedom, former President John Adekum Kufuor. Sir Sam Jonah, Kwasi Efriye Bedu, Peter Agbeku, Marian Che, the late Dr. Doris Dati, Kwekubaku Jr., Kwasi Pratt Jr., and Charles Rekubrobi. These names are by no means exhaustive of the list of trailblazers we desire to honor today. Election 2024. Now, Chairman, His Excellency, the theme for today's event, 75 years of excellence in journalism, the role of the media in democratic governance and elections, is right on point considering the times we are in now. The theme reflects the important role of the media in elections and democratic consolidation. Therefore, we expect the media to act responsibly by providing objective, balanced, and transparent coverage before, during, and after the December elections. We should endeavor to hold the nation together even as we provide platforms for the expression of divergent views and dissenting opinions. Media freedom. As we inch closer to the 2024 elections, I call on various political actors to desist from attacking media houses and journalists who are simply doing their work. Ghana's ranking on the World Press Freedom Index has been declining, primarily due to attacks on the media by high-profile personalities and political parties. We thank God the situation is improving following stringent measures, including a media blacklist of perpetrators and collaboration with the Ministry of Information in building the capacity of journalists in the area of media capacity enhancement program. Thank you, Honorable Minister, for your support in this regard. Ahead of the elections, the GJA warns against media abuse. If you feel offended by a media report or publication, there are appropriate ways and mechanisms available. Let's exhaust all these avenues instead of using brute force to silence the media. Attacks on journalists do not only harm individuals, but also undermine the fundamental right to free expression and access to information. Physical assault, verbal abuse, cyberbullying, and harassment silence journalists, stifle investigative reporting, and compromise our democracy. The attacks create a chilling effect and self-censorship, leading to a situation where critical stories go untold, corruption flourishes, and the public remains uninformed. And let me say in brief that attack on the media is an attack on our democracy. The media will do its best to ensure and promote free, fair, and transparent elections to deepen our democracy. The media need to give voice to diverse perspectives, collaborate with other media outlets to promote peaceful elections, and above all, hold ourselves accountable to the highest standards of journalism. The GJA believes that together we can make a difference and ensure that our elections are free from violence, intimidation, and manipulation. We have organized capacity building seminars for selected journalists and media houses across the country to equip them to cover the upcoming elections in the coming weeks. We will be touring some flashpoints within the country to engage journalists on safety and excellent reportage. Welfare of journalists. Now, Chairman, His Excellency, let me also commend the Honorable Speaker of Parliament, Right Honorable Alban Bagbe, for his bold public support for the protection of the media and the promotion of the welfare of journalists. Given the current economic actions, it is a well-known fact that journalists and media practitioners are among the lowest paid professionals in the country. I want to take this opportunity to plead with the government and the Information Minister to champion the financial well-being of journalists and resource the state-owned media, which include the GNA and GBC, to deliver Honorable Minister, this clap is for you. This clap goes to you, Honorable Minister. Which includes GNA and GBC to deliver well on their mandate. This will also encourage private media owners to do the same. This is crucial because the former US President Barack Obama stated during his visit to Ghana that strong institutions, not strong individuals, are responsible for developing nations and ensuring accountability. GJA membership. We have started the process of issuing new membership cards, and the first batch of cards for National Executive and National Council members have been delivered. I have in my hands one of the cards, and so members, from come October, you are going to receive your new membership card, well designed and produced by Margins. We are also working at deploying an online platform for membership registration and members in general. We thank Mr. Thomas Bruce for helping us develop this platform. Galamsey. Now, Chairman, His Excellency, illegal mining, commonly referred to as Galamsey, is currently a topical issue in the country due to its devastating effect on the environment, particularly our water bodies, which serve as major sources of drinking water. My administration welcomes all stakeholders in the country who have condemned this devilish act and are calling for urgent steps to tackle the issue head-on. Galamsey has wreaked havoc on our environment and all our water bodies. As a Ghanaian, it saddens me to see once clean bodies of water turn a dark brown color. This is shameful, and we must all, as Ghanaians, wage a war against Galamsey. It will be recalled that a few weeks ago, the GJA organized a press conference to call for an end to Galamsey in cooperation with the Media Coalition Against Galamsey and other civil society organizations. There should be strict enforcement of all mining laws and regulations without any concessions, as well as the imposition of maximum sentences on offenders. This is a reliable approach to addressing this issue. We are aware that some time ago, Mr. President, the father of the nation, made a firm vow to stop Galamsey, but regrettably, that promise has not been fulfilled, Mr. President. You are barely 3 months until the end of the administration, and we are hopeful that you will deal with the situation before you leave office. Thank you, thank you. Now, Chairman, Your Excellency, we still maintain that a state of emergency must be declared over our water bodies and all planned and active mining concessions We still maintain that a state of emergency must be declared over our water bodies and all planned and active mining concessions overlapping with river buffers should be abrogated, and all mining activities within 100 meters buffer of all rivers and streams should be halted with immediate effect. We also reiterate that LI 2462 should be repealed immediately. Let me also use this opportunity to implore the two leading presidential candidates who are supposed to be here with us today. They accepted our invitation and agreed to be here this evening. Unfortunately, they are not here yet. But I want to take this opportunity, Your Excellency, to implore these two leading candidates, presidential candidates and all other presidential candidates, to make a firm commitment to the fight against galamsey so we can hold them accountable when any of them assume office in 2025. I urge the media to preface all of their stories with hashtag Stop Galamsey Now. We are also not stopping, and I can assure you from the GJA perspective, we are also not stopping until galamsey stops. Galamsey protesters. Now, Chairman, Your Excellency, I want to commend the Ghana Police Service for exhibiting a high level of professionalism and restraint during that recent 3-day protest against galamsey by some citizens of this country. We note some excesses and provocations that occurred during the demonstration, and the GJA condemned these excesses in no uncertain terms. However, we also believe that remanding the protesters for 2 weeks is too extreme and does not send positive signals when it comes to protecting human rights. And does not send positive signals when it comes to protecting human rights. Our Constitution mandates us to protect the human rights of citizens in this country. And as the President, I will lead that charge. As a result, we add our voice to calls on the government, police, and the judiciary to take steps to release the protesters immediately. Now, Chairman, His Excellency, I want to take this opportunity to commend our hardworking men and women who will be picking awards tonight. Your outstanding work embodies the spirit of excellence that association upholds. Your commitment to storytelling, investigative reporting, and media innovation inspires us all. You deserve recognition and honor for your diverse contributions to country's development over the past years. You put your lives and jobs on the line to highlight or bring to the forefront the nefarious activities of nation wreckers. Others also highlighted the plight of the vulnerable in society to get the needed attention. These awards will encourage them and others to do more for Mother Ghana. Let me thank the members of these two committees, the 75th Anniversary Planning Committee, chaired by Mr. Kobi Asma, and the 28th GJA Media Awards Committee, led by George Ramsey Benamba, for their contributions to the success of today's event. We thank you for availing yourself of such a worthy cause. Now, Chairman, Your Excellency, we are enjoined to give praise where praise is due. To the end, the GJA National Secretary is eternally grateful to our loyal partners and sponsors, including National Security, KGL, Ghana Gas, MPA, GMPC, MTN, Stanbic Bank, Yoko, Ghana Link, Ghana Shippers Authority, SNIT, ADB, Wisconsin, GBC, InnoLink, and all media houses. As we climax activities to mark the Diamond Jubilee, it is important to pay tribute to all our colleagues who passed on recently, especially the Grandmaster Gordon Avenogo, who was the chairman of the 75th Anniversary Planning Committee before his demise. With all due respect, His Excellency, now Chairman, shall we all rise to observe a minute of silence in their honor? May the souls of our gallant soldiers rest in perfect peace. Thank you. Excellency, you can take your seat. We are pleased with the Mercon Group of companies. Now, Chairman, His Excellency, I want to seek your permission to invite here the children of the late Avenogo and representatives of Mercon Group to join me here on stage. So we have here Jerry Avenogo, the eldest, and Chester Avenogo, and also executive or management members from Mercom. Please, let's give it to them. Now, Chairman, His Excellency, we are pleased with the Mercon Group of companies offer to sponsor a category of the GJA Media Awards in honor of Gordon Avenogo. Knowing his love for tradition and culture, and after conferring with the management of Mercom and his family, we have decided to name that awards category, or this awards category, in his honor, the Gordon Avenogo Best Reporter for Arts and Entertainment. And this category Mercom for their sponsorship and the honor bestowed upon the Grandmaster. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Now, Chairman, just yesterday, the GJA held a successful emergency general meeting, EGM, after a very long time. We passed important resolutions and will issue a statement to that effect in the coming days. I want to commend all loyal members who attended the EGM. His Excellency, now Chairman, once again, it is a privilege to have you all celebrate our 28th Media Awards as well as climax our 75th anniversary. Your presence here demonstrates your unwavering support for the media fraternity. Thank you very much, and God bless us all. Long live GJ, long live Ghana.
You can do it better for the GJ President, Albert Jumfo. Thank you very much, Mr. President. Now we're going to continue with the awards shortly, but before we do that, let's get some brief remarks from the chairman of the National Media Commission. He's in the person of Mr. Yao Bwedu Ayabwafo. A round of applause as he walks on stage. Oh, you can do it better.
Yeah, thank you. I am very, very poor at protocol. However, when you have distinguished people before you, so Your Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Republic of Ghana, now Professor, our very dear friend, and it's a long time that we met, but we thank God that you are trotting on serving Ghana in another way. Honorable Minister for Information, and you're the guest speaker, Professor Umaru Mate, happened to be my classmate at the MA level at the School of Communication Studies in the 1989-1990 academic year. And I feel proud that one of us is going to speak to the rest of us. Thank you very much and very welcome. Now, once again, the time has come for the Ghana General Association to honor and recognize members who have distinguished themselves in the service of our people and nation. It is always a moment of reflection, having existed for 75 years. The theme for this year's celebration, 75 years of excellence in journalism, the role of the media in democratic governance and elections, imposes on us the obligation not only to ensure free, fair, and transparent elections, but more important, that we strengthen democracy and promote good governance. This is the only country of ours, and therefore we must always be guided by the necessity of ensuring that we do not allow ourselves to be misused to undermine our collective interest for parochial gain. Ghana is far more important than any individual or any political party. And that is why we in the media must at all times act professionally and see our work as public service. After 75 years of our existence, we must ensure that we contribute more heartily and qualitatively and professionally to national development rather than serve to undermine growth and development. The National Reconciliation Commission noted when it was in its report that the media had contributed both to the good and evil of our country. And they linked the media to both glorious and ignominious happenings in the country. And the commission proposed and charged that the media in Ghana should say never again would we allow ourselves to be used to abuse the system that we help to build. All over the globe, self-regulation of the media has been described as the most potent, productive, effective, and efficient means of promoting media freedom, media independence, media responsibility, and media professionalism. Yet, there are some of us in this country who, instead of acting with integrity, objectivity, and fairness, rather seek to do the wrong things, expecting some punitive actions against such irresponsibility and lack of professionalism. As Abraham Lincoln is noted to have advised a young man who went to see him that he wanted to become a lawyer. He said, and I quote, "If you are resolutely determined to make a lawyer of yourself, the thing is more than half done. Always bear in mind that your own resolution to succeed is more than any other thing." The resolve of the Ghanaian journalist to do what is right is more important than any rule, any law that will be passed by anybody. The politicians may do what they want to do right. The Electoral Commission may want to do what it wants to do right. But if the media are reckless, none of it will translate into peace and development. Our expectation, therefore, as the National Media Commission, we want to see Ghanaian journalists and media that they will recognize their significance and act with responsibility and professionalism. if we are committed, we will make the media assume great heights to remain a significant part of the history of this country. As we go through the celebrations of 75 years of the Ghana Journal Association, we must not surrender to any other or play subservience. We must remain independent, free, objective, and professional, but we must be reminded, as Mrs. Indira Gandhi has noted that, and I quote, "An event does not cease to be an event because the media ignore it. Nor do the events and persons played out by the media necessarily leave any mark on history." I said that I want to resonate something that the president said, because as the chairman of the National Media Commission, I read Article 55, Clause 11 and 12. And Clause 11 and 12 of the Constitution imposes a responsibility on the state to provide equal coverage to all presidential candidates and all political parties. Now, since that responsibility is imposed on the state, it becomes necessary that the state equips the state-owned media with the capacity to deliver on the mandate that they have been charged to deliver. To conclude, I want to congratulate the GJA and all the award winners, and to say that it is necessary that we work towards a process that after December 7, Ghana will not burn. Ghana will remain resilient, and as the demonstration that we have done, as Mr. Abani said, that we will remain the envy not only of Africa, but equally of the globe. Because if we don't know anything at all, we saw what happened at the Capitol Hill, when President Trump directed that the elections were fraudulent, and he didn't want the vice president to sign that the elections were over and people went there. And so if you think that violence in election is only an African phenomenon, that was one of the demonstrations. And therefore, if we are able to organize free, fair, transparent elections that everybody will accept, then it means that we have done something. And we pray that the good Lord will help us, that after December 7, Ghana will be quiet and the president will comfortably hand over and go, and we will begin to recognize them that this was one of the former presidents who helped us build upon the democracy that he came to inherit and made it stronger than what it was before his time. I thank you very much.
Many thanks to the chairman of the NMC, Yao Bwedu Ayabuafo. A round of applause for him once again as he takes his seat. And so we are going to continue with the awards, and for now we are doing some special awards. And to present this, we'd like to call on the president of the Ghana Journalists Association to grace the stage and present these awards for us, Albert Jumfo. A round of applause for him as he walks onto stage. Now, the recipients of this special award are the Director of Human Security at the Ministry of National Security. He's in the person of Mr. Prince Osei Tutu. A round of applause for him. Mr. Prince Osei Tutu. We also call on the head of client service at the Ministry of National Security, Akosia Intim Secretary, and if she can come together with a team from the Ministry of National Security, would be glad. Akosia Intim Secretary, a round of applause. She walks majestically onto the stage. And the citation reads, on the occasion of the 75th anniversary and 28th Awards of the Ghana Journalism Association, the Client Service Unit of the Ministry of National Security Ghana is presented with this citation and award in recognition of its strategic public engagement aimed at sensitizing citizens against radicalization and violent extremism. The unit's flagship program, See Something, Say Something, which was launched in May 2022, has served as the cornerstone for educating and informing civil society on the need to collaborate with state security and intelligence agencies towards safeguarding communities against terrorism. The unit is credited with a multidimensional non-kinetic strategy leading to the activation of several key engagements or campaigns in the 16 regions of Ghana. In essence, the unit is in pursuit of a peaceful and stable environment which guarantees our freedom, national cohesion, and also preserves our identity. Aiko. A round of applause once again for them. This is a special award going to the Director of Human Security at the Ministry of National Security and also the Head of Client Service at the Ministry of National Security. Please do it better for them as they walk off stage. Thank you very much. And we're going to go on with the awards. And the next award category is in health. To do this presentation, let's kindly invite the Senior Manager of Corporate Communications, MTN Ghana, Georgina Fiadbenu, onto the stage. A round of applause for her. Georgina Fiadbenu, the Senior Manager for Corporate Communications at MTN Ghana. It seems she is not with us, and so let's ride. A round of applause for her. Apologies, ma'am. And so this award category, once again, is in health, and it is on the topic or title, My Period is Not a Shame, and Safe Things Girls Do for Lack of Sanitary Pads. It tackles a very sensitive and important national issue that affects thousands of young girls in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner for this award category goes to Godwin Asidiba, Media General Godwin Asidiba. A round of applause, my very own colleague. I'll do it better for him. Indeed, the issue of sanitary pads is a very critical issue when it comes to females and their education in Ghana. Godwin Asidiba is being presented with this award in health. I'll do it better for him. He's being presented with a plaque and a citation for his story titled, My Period is Not a Shame. My period is not a shame. Congratulations once again, Godwin Asidiba of Media General. And please do it better for them as they walk off stage. Thank you very much, Georgina Fiadbenu. Our next award category is in photojournalism. And to present the awards, let's kindly invite onto the stage the Director, Deputy Clerk of Parliament, or the Deputy Clerk of Parliament. He is in the person of Mr. Ebenezer Giatro. Mr. Ebenezer Giatro. Let's do it for him as he walks on stage. Right. Since he's not with us, we would kindly invite Mr. Charles Agbani, the United Nations Residence Coordinator, to kindly come on stage to present this award in photojournalism. A round of applause for him. Great. And so this award is going to the awardee for his work titled Pregnant Woman Fills Potholes on Obuasi Road. And this award goes to David Ando of Multimedia Group Limited. David Ando of Multimedia Group Limited. A round of applause for him. Seasoned photojournalist. I cannot count the number of years he's been working as a photojournalist. Congratulations, David Ando of Multimedia Group Limited. I'll do it better for him. I'll do it for him as they leave the stage. Well, the picture fair is very important. Seasoned photojournalist David Ando. Well, Mr. Charles Obani will still stay on stage to present the next award. And this is for the category of illegal mining in Ghana. Now, this is for a story titled Forest Under Siege, Apamprapma Forest Reserve, Forest Under Siege. And the winner for this category on illegal mining is Erastus Asari Donko. Erastus Asari Donko, Multimedia Group Limited. I'll do it better for him. The job he has been doing on Galamsey, immeasurable work. Do it as he walks on the stage.
Here is the
Erastus Asari Donko.
Miriam Makiba. Miriam.
And if you care to know, he was the Journalist of the Year in the 27 GJA Awards. I'll do it better for him. Congratulations, Erastus Asari Donko, for winning this award on illegal mining. Thank you very much. Now, the next three sets of awards would be presented by the highest ranking female officer of the Ghana Armed Forces in history. She's in the person of Commodore Faustina Anoche. Commodore Faustina Anoche, kindly do it for her as she walks on stage. She is the highest ranking female officer of the Ghana Armed Forces in history. She's coming right from behind. Oh, please do it better for her. Now, this award category goes to the newspaper layout. And the winner for this category is Daily Graphic. Daily Graphic. A round of applause for them, Daily Graphic. They have maintained their place as a standard bearer in newspaper print quality in the local space. The design, picture placements, story flow, and alignment, easy on the eye. Fonts are complemented by diverse elements that combine innovation with appeal for the reader. Daily Graphic is getting the award for newspaper layout. I'll do it better for them. A round of applause as they leave the stage. The next award category is on road safety. Road safety. And this story is titled Tired Ties, and the tragedy tied to them. The winner for this award is Jonathan Donko from the News Times Corporation. Jonathan Donko from the News Times Corporation. Let's do it better for him as he climbs the stage. Jonathan's story drew attention to an important element of everyday life, road transport, highlighting perhaps a rarely spoken about topic. He gave meaning to journalism through the voices of the multiple sources and duty bearers, appropriate and relevant data in the road safety space. Congratulations and great job. Once again, let's do it for him. Jonathan Donko of the New Times Corporation for winning the award on road safety. Very important topic in our world today, especially in Ghana. Our next award category is for investigative journalism, and you'll still be presenting that for us, Commodore Faustina Noche. And this story is titled Stealing from the Sick, Syndicate Behind Massive Theft of Government Drugs Investigated, Members Arrested. And the award winner is Edward Adeti. Edward Adeti. A round of applause for Edward Adeti for winning the award category on investigative journalism. Edward Adeti. Well, let's clap for him as he walks on stage.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? When you were 8 and you had bad traits, you go to school and learn the golden rule. So why
this story was the outcome of an investigation launched following public complaints about persistent drug shortages at the regional hospital. Congratulations, Edward Adeti, for winning this award. Let's clap for him as he walks off stage. And thank you very much, Madam Faustina Anoche, for presenting these awards. The next category would be presented by the Public Relations Officer of the National Insurance Commission, NIC. He's in the person of Mauli Zobenu. Mauli Zobenu. Let's do it for him as he walks on stage. This award category is the Akoto Ampao Best Reporter on Democracy and Governance. Akoto Ampao Best Reporter on Democracy and Governance. And the story is titled 294 Political Appointees Rush to Declare Assets Following the Fourth Estate's Expose. The winner for this award category is Seth Bope. Seth Bope from the Fourth Estates. Seth Bope from the Fourth Estates. So let's do it better for Seth. Congratulations for winning this award. Your work in Ghana's assets declaration regime is a feather in the cap in the fight against corruption. Your work empowers citizens to hold their leaders accountable, fosters a culture of transparency, and strengthens the foundations of effective governance. It emphasizes the importance of asset declaration in the fight against corruption. Congratulations. Better for Seth as he takes his seat.
Thank you. Your Excellency, Honorable Minister, NA Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, I trust you're all enjoying yourselves so far, and we're assuring you that later on this evening, we're also bringing you a massive performance from a legend of high life. Right now, however, I'd like to say massive greetings to all of our friends who are watching us via our live coverage on GTV, Joy News, Atenka TV, Newsflash Africa Online, and in conconsat.com. We're very grateful to all of these platforms and all other media partners who have supported this 28th GJA Awards, which is marking the 75th anniversary of the Ghana Journalists Association. We'll carry on with the presentation of awards, and at this time, would like to welcome up here a board member of the New Times Corporation to help us with the presentation of the awards. We'll do that later on, but at this time, I'd like to welcome the head of PR and corporate affairs at the KGL Group, Seram Nuchuga, to help us with the presentation of the next two awards. Please welcome Seram Nuchuga with a big round of applause. This will be in the category of domestic tourism. The award is also going to identify and appreciate the dedicated efforts to encourage citizens and all persons living in Ghana to visit tourist sites in the country. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we'll do a big round of applause as we congratulate the winner, Edmund Smith Asante, on the story Crazy Climb Up 877 Steps on Kwewu Mountain Scarp from the Daily Graphic at the Graphic Communications Group. Congratulations once again, Edmund Smith Asante, who's coming back here on the stage for yet another award. Ladies and gentlemen, let's congratulate him. Congratulations to you once again. Sarah will stay on and help us with the presentation of the next award in arts and culture, which from next year will be named the Godwin Avenogbo Award for Arts and Culture. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, this award will go to Anastasia Delali Sika of the Daily Graphic once again. And the story is the reenactment of the transatlantic slave trade at Asin Praso. Please do one more big celebratory round of applause.
Diamond rings in your body, darling, darling, come find me. Oh, you did do me, lama, lama. It's still not be lama. You don't want to do more. Please don't give me trouble. You did do me, lama.
We'll carry on with the presentation of awards, this time on environment. To help us to present the award, I'd like to welcome up here Sir Ben Asoro, who is a member of the National Media Commission. Please welcome him with applause. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the winner for the Environmental Award here at the GJA Awards 2024 goes to Clara Mlano of GBC. And the citation recognizes how closely she took a look at the use of mercury in artisanal and small-scale mining and talked about how experts testified that it stays around the environment for a long time and could affect the kidneys, nerves, and lungs, nervous and immune systems, among others, of even unborn children. That scare was as though it was being used locally, and its effects are national, and the EPA called for its ban. For this effort, we say congratulations to you, Clara Nglanu of GBC.
Congratulations once again to you, Clara Nano of BBC TV. To help us with the next award, I'd like to welcome up here Dr. Gifty Apieje, who is the head of Department of Journalism and Media Studies at the University of Education, Winneba. Please welcome her with applause. This award category is that of disability, and the citation identifies the demonstration of the power of journalism to highlight and promote creativity in the disability community. Ladies and gentlemen, let's do a big round of applause as we congratulate Bill Ishun on the story, The Physically Challenged High Jumper, from Media General. Congratulations to you, Bill Ishun. Ladies and gentlemen, another big round of applause. Congratulations to Media General's Bill Ishun for identifying a very key area when it comes to inclusion in our society and treating the story with a specialist eye. Congratulations once again. Doc, we're very grateful. Please do stay with us. Doc, please do stay with us. Thank you very much. Dr. Gifty Apieje will also help us with a presentation of the award in science and technology. This award goes to Emmanuel Kwesi Deborah of My Joy Online at the Multimedia Group. Congratulations. It was a story on a group of scientists who had a mission to restore the life of a dying 300-year-old cola tree with historical significance. This is one that is rarely told. Once again, congratulations to you, Emmanuel Kwesi Deborah of My Joy Online at the Multimedia Group, for winning the Science and Technology Award. Dr. Gifty Apieje, we're very grateful to you. Thank you so much for doing us the honors.
The next award category is in business and finance. And to present this award, we would like to call upon the head of marketing and communications of ADB, Ali Mohammed. Mr. Ali Mohammed, kindly do it for him as he walks on stage. Mr. Ali Mohammed, the head of marketing and communications of ADB. I'll do it for him. Now, the story is on the untapped trade potential of the African Continental Free Trade Area after 3 years after its launch due to bureaucratic process and long talks, which is worth commending. And this award is going to Emmanuel Bruce of Daily Graphic. Emmanuel Bruce of Daily Graphic.
Ladies and gentlemen, would once again congratulate Emmanuel Bruce for winning the Business and Finance Award. Emmanuel Bruce of the Daily Graphic at the Graphic Communications Group. Congratulations to you. Shall we do some more applause for Emmanuel Bruce, our winner? Ali Mohammed, please do stay with us. And he will be helping us with the presentation of the award in sports. Ladies and gentlemen, with another big round of applause, please help me welcome our winner for the sports award for this year's awards, Muftau Nabila Abdullahi of Joy Sports at the Multimedia Group. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for him. A gripping expose on the 2022 FIFA World Cup as the GFA declared $7.9 million prize money instead of $9 million. He probed deep into the murky financial waters of Ghana's World Cup earnings. Congratulations to you, Muftau Nabila Abdullahi of Joy Sports at the Multimedia Group. You are the GJA Sports Journalist of the Year at this special 75th anniversary edition of the award. Congratulations once again, Muftau Nabila Abdullahi. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for him. Thank you. Gradually, we're getting closer and closer to the main award of the evening, which will be the PAV Ansar GJA Journalist of the Year. For now, would like to give massive plaudits to the best student journalists. To help us with the presentation of this award, I'd like to welcome up here to the stage Dr. Gloria Dakukumewu, who is the Deputy Clerk in charge of Information Management Services at the Parliament of Ghana. Please welcome her with a round of applause. And the award-winning story is a poignant article on children living with autism, which shed light on the heart-wrenching struggles faced by families in Ghana as they care for children with autism. And this award goes to Clinton Yeboah of the Multimedia Group on the story Children Living with Autism. Shall we congratulate him with a big round of applause? Congratulations once again, Clinton Yeboah, for this massive achievement. And of course, we're also eternally grateful to you, Dr. Gloria Dakukumewu, who is the Deputy Clerk in charge of Information Management Services at the Parliament of Ghana. Thank you very much, madam. Thank you. Your Excellency, Honorable Minister, Chair, President of the GJA, good friends in the media, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome up here to the stage the Executive Chairman of the KGL Group, who will be presenting the award for the most promising young journalists. Please help me welcome him with applause.
And the most promising journalist of the year goes to Edward Aqua of the Ghana News Agency. Edward Aqua. You have by hard work meandered your way to be counted amongst the winners of the 28th GJA Awards. This is because you set up an agenda by making your stories attractive. You have, through your story employed by My Body, spelled out the dangers of hookups in the system, which is quite a must-read story. For this and your efforts in other stories, the GJA has awarded you as the most promising journalist of the year. Mr. Edward Aqua of the Ghana News Agency, congratulations once again on winning this award.
And they love my life, give my peace of mind, that I try survive. We all be sinners, my body, nobody holy back. And my happiness comes first, I never come left to stress, I be like Terminator, I they deliver, I pass it up time. I be like Terminator, I they deliver, I pass it up time. I be like Terminator, I they deliver, I pass it up time.
Yeah, and he wants to share a moment with His Excellency the President. Why not? You should also turn your citation. Turn it. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Go ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, some applause. Your Excellency, we're grateful. Thank you so much, Your Excellency. Thank you, sir. And this goes to give credence to the saying, strike while the iron is hot. Let's do it one more time for him, ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, Honorable Minister, distinguished guests, ladies, gentlemen, good friends and loved ones, at this time it gives me great pleasure to welcome up here our last but two speakers. He is a seasoned academic and a man who is contributing on a daily basis to the industry of communications in Nigeria. Ghana and Nigeria do share a lot in terms of similarities, history, and of course, the direction of our respective economies and our development. He is the Vice Chancellor of the Federal University of Kashere in the Gombe State of Nigeria, and also plays the key role as the President of the Society of Nigerian Broadcasters. So many years in terms of contributing to the academia and training the new set or the new generation of communicators who are changing the narrative, not only in Nigeria, but around the world. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to welcome up the stage our keynote speaker, Professor Umaru Pate.
Excellency, the Father of the Republic, as well as the President, the Chairman of the occasion, the Honorable Minister for Information, our esteemed members of Parliament, as well as members of the Cabinet, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the President of the GJA, as well as his council, and all other great journalists who are here. Good evening. Let me start by, first of all, thanking the GJA for inviting me to come on this very great occasion of celebrating the 75th anniversary as well as the 28th Awards Day. For me, this is very, very significant. I was at the University of Ghana, Legon, 88 to 90, and I had the unique privilege of being supervised by the great Ghanaian communications scholar, Professor P.A.V. Ansah. He supervised my MPhil thesis, and it is a pleasure for me to come on the occasion when he is being remembered for some of the excellent jobs he did, not only for Ghana, but for Africa. And I'm also glad that one of my classmates here, who is the chairman of the Ghana Media Commission, is seated. All of us benefited from the fountain of knowledge of Professor Ansah, who believed in quality scholarship, quality journalism, as well as freedom, not only for the media, but for the people of Ghana and the African continent. I pray that wherever he is, he will be happy that a student he admitted at the University of Ghana some years back is happily today coming to share his experiences with no less a personality than the President of Ghana. I think this is an honor that I least expected. I am extremely joyful. I am very grateful to the GJA, and above all, I thank the President for sitting here patiently listening to all of us. I learned that the President just came back from New York, and we can understand that he must be stressed, but that is part of public service. Some of us must sacrifice, sometimes at the expense of our sweat or even our blood to serve the people. Mr. President, I thank you, sir. I've been asked to speak on the theme of the conference. Knowing that the day has far gone, I'll just take about 5 minutes or so to summarize the entire discussions and make the slides available to the GJA. Nigeria and Ghana, we share a lot of experiences. Our journalism industry share a lot of commonalities, our colonial experiences, the period through military rule, or rather post-independence era, the period through military rule, and again, the current democratic experiences. We share a lot. We may not have the time to go into all of the experiences, but I believe we still have very unique responsibilities to continue to serve our people and ensure the consolidation of democracy in this very critical period of our national existence, both in Ghana and Nigeria. Now, journalism is being described as being in transition. And it is not only journalism, but a lot of institutions of society are going through transition for a number of reasons. Now, we are talking about the environment, energy crisis, and all of that. Now, for journalism, the advent of the internet, as well as the revolution being experienced in information and communication technologies, have created profound opportunities for the sector. But they have also led to a number of remarkable challenges that we have to address. With the internet, there are new owners, issue of funding, and a lot more. But all of them can be summarized in about 3 or 4 major categories. First, the existing funding model in journalism have almost collapsed. Now, we have to be thinking of innovative ways of funding the media. And why did it collapse? The big techs are taking a lot of the adverts. Small owners are coming up and are challenging the conventional media. Readership is significantly going down. And above all, the sources of funding are just drying up because of competing demands on them. The second major challenge is that of technology. In Africa, we do not manufacture these technologies. We import them, and they require a lot of funding. So many of our media organizations are barely surviving because of the challenges in technology. And we have a saying in the media that there are 5 R's that are critically important for a media organization to survive. And these are first, reach, revenue, reputation, relevance, and resilience. Where these R's are lacking, certainly a media organization is consigned into the dustbin of history. And a lot are suffering in Africa. We're seeing how a lot of these legacy media organizations are giving way. Then the third element is that of content. While technology is the enabler for a media organization to function, content is the window that connects the media and its audience. And content requires creativity, it requires resources, it requires intellect. And some of these things are very expensive to acquire. Then the next element is that of credibility. Credibility is the basis of believability in the media industry. Now, because of the rise of new owners and the prominence, platforms, and all sorts of individuals who are becoming journalists without journalistic capacity, there is a rise of disinformation, misinformation, malinformation, fake news, hate speech, offensive speech, and all of that. And these undermine and subvert the credibility of the conventional media that invest a lot in attempting to continue to inform the public. Apart from that, we also have the issue of safety and freedom of journalists. Today, our journalists all over the place are complaining about safety. And when we talk of safety, we are talking of psychological safety, we are talking of physical safety, we are talking of economic safety, gender safety, legal safety, social safety, and all the safeties. And because of the issues I've talked about earlier on, they are all impacting on the quality of safety. Now, let's relate these to the African continent. Today, governance in Africa is experiencing, or rather, is being existentially threatened by a number of factors. Number one, corruption. And when we talk of corruption, corruption undermines the integrity of a nation. It also undermines the collective survival of a country, undermines the flow of foreign direct investments, undermines the job creation ability of the sector, as well as facilitate illicit financial flows across boundaries. Then the second major problem we are also confronting is the fragility of our institutions, as well as the number of conflicts caused by mismanagement of diversities in our various countries. And of course, a lot of these explode in violence, and sometimes we also see violent crimes all over the place. Then failure of social, economic, and economic reforms. We see how a lot of countries are struggling to reform their industries, to reform their institutions, but we could also see failure. And that leads to frustration, depression, and hopelessness among their people. Recently, a survey was conducted amongst young people in Africa, about 16 countries, including Nigeria and Ghana, and 16% of the young people who were interviewed, they said they will want to leave Africa. They will want to leave their individual continents because they have a feeling that their leaders do not care about their future. The survey is available, you can access it. Then again, exploitation of our natural resources and environmental corruption. It is not only in Ghana that you have galamsey. In Nigeria, we have our own different type of illegal mining, which is also leading to a lot of banditry issues, a lot of violent crimes, and a lot of displacements as well as hopelessness. The government there too is struggling to fight some of these things. And today we could see clearly how environmental corruption is leading to the loss of our forests, the damage of our rivers, as well as pollution all over the place. And these are issues that our government must be strong enough to be able to confront them for the peaceful relations between our communities as well as the survival of our communities. Then, of course, we have widespread populism all over the place. And populism weakens institutions of governance. And not only that, it promotes powerful individuals against powerful institutions, which at the end of the day leads to what we are seeing in different parts of Africa, democratic backsliding. And this is dangerous, which we have to address. Then above all, misinformation, disinformation, malinformation. These are very serious threats to quality of governance in Africa. And now that we are also facing elections in Ghana, we have just done our own in Nigeria 2023, and Ghana has remained one of the islands of integrity when it comes to elections in Africa. The literature is very, very clear. Not that there may not be issues, but certainly Ghana has performed much better than many other African countries when it comes to elections. But that is not enough an evidence for Ghanaians to remain silent or to take it for granted that everything will continue to remain as it has always been. So we also need to understand that there are a lot of issues that will cause disorder in the elections that we have seen in other African countries, and it may also occur in Ghana, which means it is like an early warning sign. The political economy of current information management, for example, and dissemination climate in the country will significantly influence the pattern of election information dissemination. You know your country better, and you know what are some of the political and economic issues in the media industry, as well as the rise of new owners who do not have gatekeeping mechanisms. Then the strong possibilities of breaches in the form of what? In the form of huge volume of information. We have the 5 V's that today have become major threats for us in the media industry. We have huge volume of information, sometimes misinformation flowing. Then we have the issue of velocity at very top speed, that nobody has the time to do the 3rd V, which is veracity, verification. And because of this, the value is just so low. At the end of the day, people are confused, people are misled, and mischief makers or bad actors take an opportunity to cause a lot of confusion in the system. These can undermine democratic accountability and corrupt social and political trust in the system. And once the trust is missing, you end up having very, elections that are not acceptable, elections whose validity a lot of the times are queried. And this is what could also lead to a lot of problems for us in Africa. Nigeria and Ghana have a huge responsibility of ensuring that they maintain peace on the West African subcontinent. Can you imagine Nigeria with about 230 million people erupting? Where will our refugees go to? Certainly not Benin or Cameroon or Chad. Most likely will be Ghana. And Ghana may not take 30 million refugees from Nigeria, may not take 10 million refugees from Nigeria. Therefore, Ghana has a responsibility to help Nigeria to remain peaceful, just like how Nigeria also has a responsibility to sustain whatever good name Ghana has on the continent. I wouldn't want to remember the 1970s when we had a flood of people across the boundaries. So we need to maintain and sustain good electoral systems that can ensure that our people have confidence in our institutions. And for all of this, our journalists must also be up and doing. They need to retool, they need to rethink, and they also need to change their tactics to ensure that they go in tandem with evolving contemporary realities in our various countries. And that calls for a lot of investigative journalism taking place, a lot of changing in the attitude as well as the conduct of the journalists themselves. And in the current era, journalists must just be vastly knowledgeable about multiculturality, about pluralism, about economic viability. These are some of the things that our journalists in this era must imbibe. I have a lot more to say, but like I've said, the time is not on our side. I'll make the slides available to the GJA. If they're interested, they could go through them and read, but I've said a lot more. On this note, let me also say that we should not confront technology. We should be able to imbibe these technologies and mainstream them into the work that we do. Mr. President, sir, let me once again thank you most sincerely for sitting through all this session, and we pray that you will continue to support the Ghana Journalists Association. You will also continue to empower the state media organs for them to be able to compete with all the alternative media organizations that are operating in real time. Without investment, innovations will not occur. Without innovations, people will not have confidence in the quality of delivery from these media organizations. I thank the Ghana Journalists Association for inviting me. I thank you all for your kind attention.
Let's do it once again for our keynote speaker, Professor Umaru Pate. He's the Vice Chancellor for Federal University, Kashere, Gombe State in Nigeria. Mr. President, permit me to stand on the existing protocols to introduce our next speaker. She's an effective collaborator with the GJA, and she's been collaborating through training programs and others. And her effective and excellent work has made her rise from the role of the Deputy Information Minister to the current Information Minister. She also served as a co-chair of the local organization or organizing committee of the African Media Convention hosted by Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome onto the stage the Minister for Information, Honorable Fatimatu Abubakar. Please do it better for her as she walks on stage.
President of the Republic, Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo, Professor Chair, Na Professor Edmond Dele Chiri VIII, the UN Resident Coordinator, Charles Ambani, representative of the Speaker of Parliament, representative of the Chief Justice, the President of GJA, my brother Albert Kwabena Jumfo, the Chairman of the National Media Commission, Mr. Yabuedua Eboafo, Professor Umaru Pate, Vice Chancellor, Federal University, Kashere, Gombe State of Nigeria, Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, permit me to stand on all further protocols and say good evening to you all. It is an honor and privilege to join you all this evening at the 28th edition of the Ghana Journalists Association Awards, commemorating 75 years of excellence in journalism. Tonight's theme, the role of the media in democratic governance and elections, aptly reflects the essential place the media holds in shaping the trajectory of our democracy, particularly as we approach another election. As we reflect on 75 years of impactful journalism, we must celebrate the crucial role the media plays in informing, educating, and serving as the voice of the people. From our early post-independence years through the Fourth Republic, the media has been a critical force in shaping public discourse, holding power to account, and ensuring that democratic principles are upheld in Ghana. This award ceremony is therefore not just a recognition of excellence, but a celebration of the enduring power of journalism in our society. Professor Chair, ladies and gentlemen, the democratic governance we cherish today would not have been possible without the courage and resilience of journalists who have committed their lives to truth and transparency. From radio and television broadcasts to print and digital media, our journalists have worked tirelessly to safeguard the integrity of our electoral processes, shine a light on governance, and amplify the voices of the ordinary Ghanaian. Our country's media has come a long way, evolving from its beginning with the independence press to today's vibrant landscape of multi-platform journalism. With the advent of digital technologies, information flows faster and reaches wider audiences than ever before. And this has broadened the scope and influence of journalism. But with this power also comes responsibility. As we stand on the threshold of another national election, it is critical that the media remains a beacon of credibility, fairness, and accuracy. The importance of impartial reporting cannot be overstated, especially in this era of information overload and the increasing presence of misinformation and disinformation. I urge every journalist to uphold the highest ethical standards and to continue playing their watchdog role without fear or favor. In doing so, you protect not only our democracy, but also the fundamental freedoms enshrined in our 1992 Constitution. Professor Chair, distinguished guests, over the years, this government has made significant strides to protect press freedom and enhance the environment within which our journalists operate. From the passage of the Right to Information Law in 2019 to the continuous support of media capacity building initiatives, we remain committed to ensuring that our journalists have the tools and resources necessary to execute their duties effectively through the passage and implementation of laws and policies that guarantee sustainable media practice. On that note, I would like to thank the President of the Republic for his utmost commitment to the various programs that we've done this year. I believe you are aware that in 2024 alone, Ghana is hosting 2 global conferences, the African Media Convention, which we hosted in May, and the International Day for Universal Access to Information, which we are hosting on 1st and 2nd October 2024. These global conferences, which provide opportunity for shared knowledge and networking, wouldn't have been possible but for the President's personal contribution and support to fund these global conferences. We are also aware of the challenges that persist in the space. The safety of journalists remains a concern, and we collectively work towards a Ghana where media practitioners can work without fear of reprisal or harm. A democratic society flourishes when its media is free, independent, and protected. To that end, I assure you that the government, through the Ministry of Information, in collaboration with our security agencies and stakeholders, will continue to work diligently to create a safer environment for all media professionals. Professor Chair, ladies and gentlemen, tonight is a night of celebration, a celebration of excellence, resilience, and dedication in journalism as we honor the exceptional work of our media practitioners. I want to remind each of us of the immense responsibility that comes with being a journalist in a democracy. You are the stewards of truth, defenders of justice, and the champions of the people's voice. Let tonight serve as a reminder that journalism is not just a profession, it is a calling, and that requires courage, commitment, and a deep sense of purpose. As we celebrate 75 years of journalistic excellence, let us continue to work together towards strengthening the media's role in our democracy and building a more informed and engaged citizenry. I am happy to inform you that with the support of the President of the Republic, we are putting together a good framework to establish a national media fund. I must say that I was even surprised that President of the Republic was able to make it to this event today, because we were with him at the UN General Assembly, where he also had the opportunity to join a side event by the International Fund for Public Interest Media to make a case for investment in the media. And beyond that, he's been able to attend this event whilst he arrived just today. So, Mr. President, when it comes to your support for the media, you walk the talk, and all these commitments will not go unnoticed. On behalf of the Ministry of Information, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to all our awardees tonight. Your work is vital, and your contributions to our nation's progress are immeasurable. We are proud of what you have achieved, and we look forward to your continued success in the years ahead. Thank you, and may God bless our homeland, Ghana.
Once again, would like to say a very big thank you to the Minister for Information, Honorable Fatimatu Abubakar. And of course, would also like to congratulate her for her very exemplary and effective work as a co-chair of the recently ended African Media Convention, together with the President of the Ghana Journalists Association. That sure was a very successful African Media Convention, and sure will become a template for others who will host it afterwards. Shall we appreciate the Honourable Minister with another big round of applause? Please do also permit me to acknowledge the presence, beg your pardon, of Dr. Ken Ashigbe, who is the Executive Director of the Ghana Telecommunications Chamber. Shall we put our hands together for him? Would also like to duly acknowledge the presence of Mr. Atiq Mohammed, who is the Executive Director of Mass Action for Sustainable Development Africa, MASDA. Pastor Felix Delacluche is the head of media at the Church of Pentecost, representing the chairman of the Church of Pentecost. And now, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to welcome here to the stage the first gentleman of the land who is returning home after addressing the UN General Assembly. He has been an active supporter of the Ghana Journalists Association and its work, and tonight he comes here to deliver a message on the 75th anniversary of the Ghana Journalists Association. Your Excellency, the nation is listening.
Chairperson for the occasion, the Minister for Information, Chair of the National Media Commission, Vice Chancellor of the Federal University of Gombe State in Nigeria, the President and members of the Ghana Journalists Association, our traditional rulers, UN Resident Coordinator, and other members of the diplomatic corps, fellow Ghanaians, ladies and gentlemen. I thank the President of the Ghana Journalists Association for the invitation to be with you today as we celebrate a remarkable milestone in the history of journalism in our beloved country, 75 years of excellence. Before I begin, allow me to share a brief reflection on how important this occasion is to me personally. Just hours ago, I landed back in Ghana from the meeting of the United Nations General Assembly in New York. It has been a demanding schedule, engaging world leaders on critical global issues. But I knew that I could not, under any circumstances, miss this ceremony. This awards night, honoring the journalists who helped shape our democracy, holds special significance for me, particularly as it will be my last as President of the Republic. I wanted to be here to celebrate with you, to acknowledge the incredible work you have done and do, and to say thank you. Over the years, I've had the privilege of witnessing firsthand the critical role the media plays in our national life. I have seen how your dedication and courage have shaped our democracy. And as my presidency draws to its end, I could not pass up the chance to honor personally this gathering of Ghana's finest journalists. Thank you for your resilience in times of adversity, for your courage in times of uncertainty, and for your dedication to telling the stories that shape our nation. Today, we gather to pay tribute to your hard work, which has contributed immensely to the strength of the fabric of our society. Ladies and gentlemen, journalism in Ghana has not only been a witness to history, but has actively shaped it, pushing the boundaries of freedom, transparency, and accountability. Your efforts have helped move this country forward, sometimes at great personal risk. This occasion, therefore, is as much a celebration of the Ghana Journalists Association as it is a celebration of each and every one of you. As we gather today to celebrate the remarkable journey of the Ghanaian media, it is essential to acknowledge that this is not a story of the present. The media's contribution to our nation's progress reached back to one of the most defining moments in our history, our fight for freedom and independence. Long before the celebrations of 6 March 1957, journalists were already playing a crucial role, using their pens and their voices to fuel the fires of freedom. In those difficult years, the media was not merely a tool for information, it became the lifeblood of the independence movement. Through newspapers, radio broadcasts, and public forums, journalists challenged the colonial authorities, voiced the frustrations of the oppressed, and ignited a national consciousness that united Ghanaians across ethnic, regional, and social lines. The power of the written and spoken word became a formidable force, bringing hope where there was despair and courage where there was fear. Names like Dr. J.B. Dankwa, Kwame Nkrumah, and others who were key figures in the independence struggle are often celebrated as political icons. But we must also remember that many of them were journalists, using their platforms to inspire and lead. Let us not forget the courage it took to speak out in those days. Colonial rule was not kind to dissenting voices, and journalists faced harassment, imprisonment, and censorship. But they pressed on, driven by their belief in an independent Ghana. Their bravery helped to create a spirit of resistance that could not be silenced, and their legacy reminds us that the work of journalism is not only about reflecting the present, but also about shaping the future. Ladies and gentlemen, the story of Ghana's democracy is incomplete without the contribution of the media. You have been there in moments of triumph and trial, standing as pillars of truth and integrity. As the fourth estate, you have been instrumental in promoting the principles of transparency, accountability, and participation, pillars that keep any democracy strong. In our own experience as a nation, the media has been a crucial partner in holding government accountable, exposing corruption, and promoting the public good. When the media helped restore democracy in 1992, after 3 decades of military rule, the media played a seminal role in educating the public, informing citizens about their rights, and ensuring that the democratic process was transparent. You helped shape the democratic culture that Ghanaians cherish today. I have always maintained that democracy does not thrive in darkness. It needs the light of scrutiny, debate, and engagement. And it is the media that holds the torch, illuminating the path towards a brighter society. Indeed, without a free and vibrant media, the work of good governance becomes difficult and the people's voice diminished. But as we know, with great power comes great responsibility. This power to shape opinions, to frame narratives, and to hold leaders to account requires the utmost care, integrity, and a deep commitment to the truth. The bond between journalists and the public is built on trust, and it is this trust that must be continually safeguarded by your professionalism and dedication to accuracy, fairness, and balance. As we look back on the role of the media over the past 75 years, we must pay particular attention to its contribution to our electoral process. Elections are the bedrock of any democracy, and the media is the lifeblood that sustains them. Every 4 years, Ghanaians go to the polls to choose their leaders, and in that process, the media plays an indispensable role. It is through your work that citizens are informed about the policies of political parties, the integrity of candidates, and the issues that matter most to their lives. The responsibility of the media during elections cannot be overstated. You have been at the forefront, monitoring the polls, reporting on potential irregularities, and ensuring that the voices of the electorate are heard. The peaceful transitions of power that we have seen in Ghana are in no small part due to the diligence and integrity of the media. But the times are changing. In this digital age, we face many new challenges: disinformation, misinformation, fake news, and sensationalism that can distort the electoral process. While the technology has democratized information, it has also created new vulnerabilities. In the age of social media, where information travels faster than ever, journalists must rise to the occasion by being the gatekeepers of truth, ensuring that facts prevail over falsehoods. As we prepare for yet another election cycle, I call on the media to continue its vital work, reporting with integrity, ensuring fairness in coverage, and providing voters with the accurate, timely, and comprehensive information they need to make informed decisions. The stakes are high, and your role has never been more crucial. Ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you not only as the President of the Republic, but as someone who has walked alongside the media on this nation's journey to freedom and democracy. It was a journey to which I too felt deeply committed, both as a citizen and as a public servant. Even though the Constitution of the Fourth Republic provides protection for journalists and state-owned media outlets to perform their duties without interference from the executive. Members of the MPP know all too well what it feels like to be on the receiving end of being shut out by these outlets. You may recall that we had to go to court to obtain a formal ruling from the Supreme Court, which ultimately liberated media houses like the Daily Graphic to act in accordance with what is right. It was one of the high points of my professional career, arguing before the Supreme Court the case of the New Patriotic Party versus the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, where the court pronounced on the constitutional imperative of according equal time on state media to the views of all political actors. The court's decision has deservedly become an anchor of our democratic political culture. In 2001, when I had the privilege of serving as Attorney General, another of the proudest moments of my career was leading the effort to repeal the criminal libel law. For too long, this law had served as a weapon to muzzle free speech, a tool used to intimidate journalists and a threat to the freedom of the media. Its repeal was not just a legal victory, but a moral one too, a commitment to the belief that the media should be free to report without fear of persecution. I believe then, as I believe now, that freedom of the media is essential to the health of our democracy. It is why, as president, my government also worked tirelessly to pass the Right to Information Act, a law that empowers journalists and the general public to seek the information they need to hold leaders accountable. For years, the passage of this law had eluded us, but I'm proud that it was my government that saw it through. This law has opened up the workings of government and given the media the tools it needs to continue playing its watchdog role effectively. I remain deeply committed to ensuring that the media in Ghana remains free, vibrant, and independent. Media freedom is not a privilege, but a right enshrined in our Constitution, and it must be jealously guarded. As we celebrate this 75-year milestone, we must ask ourselves, what does the future hold for journalism in Ghana? The landscape of journalism is evolving, and so too must the profession. In this age of instant news, social media, and citizen journalism, traditional media must adapt. But whilst the platforms may change, the values of journalism, truth, fairness, impartiality, objectivity must never be compromised. Ghanaian journalists have always been known for their tenacity and professionalism, and I have no doubt that you will continue to lead the way in this new era. However, I must emphasize that we cannot allow ourselves to be swept away by the tide of sensationalism or clickbait journalism. The role of the journalist is to provide clarity, not confusion, to inform, not inflame. We live in a world where the lines between fact and opinion are becoming increasingly blurred. The rise of social media has made everyone a potential news source, but not everyone adheres to the principles of responsible journalism. It is in this climate that your role as professional journalists becomes even more critical. One of the most dangerous threats to our democracy today is the deliberate disinformation campaigns and the distortion of facts aimed at character assassination. Sadly, I'm not speaking of theoretical threats. I have been a victim of such vicious campaigns multiple times throughout my political career. In the run-up to the 2008, 2012, and 2016 presidential elections, I was the target of numerous false and malicious stories aimed at attacking my credibility and integrity. In 2008, baseless allegations of drug trafficking were spread, along with rumors about my health intended to cast doubt on my ability to serve as president. The 2012 election saw even more brazen falsehoods, including fabricated reports of my alleged arrest in London for drug possession and quotes falsely attributed to me intended to stoke ethnic tensions. And in 2016, the opposition sank to new lows by alleging that I had killed my late wife. Today, with 2 months or so to the December 2024 elections, they are at it again. A fabricated document entitled Ejapadia is being peddled around by operatives of the opposition as evidence of a grand scheme by my party and my family to annex the assets of the state. These unfounded, baseless allegations are part of a broader effort to discredit me and my administration. But as I have always done, I will continue to place my trust in the people of Ghana to discern truth from falsehood. These experiences underscore the importance of responsible journalism. The media must act as the gatekeepers of truth, helping our society distinguish fact from fiction and resisting the dangerous pull of sensationalism. Your role in combating misinformation and disinformation is about protecting the reputations of individuals and safeguarding the integrity of our democracy itself. I'm confident that just as you've risen to the challenges of the past, you will rise to the challenges of the future. The Ghanaian media has shown time and time again that it is resilient, innovative, and committed, but largely to the truth. Before I conclude, let me address a matter that remains of grave concern: the safety and security of journalism. It is deeply troubling when journalists are subject to threats, intimidation, or violence simply for doing their jobs. No democracy can function properly when its journalists are under siege. My government remains committed to ensuring that every journalist in Ghana can work without fear. Those who attack the media attack democracy itself, and such actions should not and cannot be tolerated. Ladies and gentlemen, as we celebrate 75 years of the Ghana Journalists Association, let us not just look back at how far we have come, but also look forward to the future we must build together. The media has always been and will continue to be a cornerstone of our democratic journey. Your work is essential to the strength of our democracy, the integrity of our elections, and the progress of our nation. I thank you once again for your service, your sacrifice, and your commitment to truth and justice. Together we will continue to build a Ghana where democracy flourishes and where the media remains a beacon of hope and freedom for all. As I near the end of my presidency, I want to express my personal appreciation for the partnership we have shared. It has been an honor to engage with the media as president, and I look forward to watching the growth and development of journalism in Ghana from a different vantage point, retirement from active public life. And when that day comes, I hope some of you will visit me in Jebi. There, in the quiet of retirement, we can reminisce about the days gone by and share stories about how far we have come as a nation. The door will always be open to you. May God bless the Ghana Journalists Association and us all, and may God bless our homeland Ghana and make her great and strong. I thank you for your attention.
His Excellency the President will supervise the presentation of the two topmost awards of the evening. And now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I'd like to welcome up here to the stage the Honorable Minister for Information,
Honorable Fatimatu Abubakar, ably supported by the President of the Ghana Journalists Association, and now Professor Edmund Dele, our chairperson for today. Shall we welcome them with a big round of applause? I'd also like to respectfully welcome up here our friends from the Diplomatic Corps, from the UN Resident Coordinator in Ghana, and also the Spanish, German, and Israeli ambassadors to Ghana. Please join us here on the stage. Thank you.
This award category is for the Female Journalist of the Year. The Female Journalist of the Year. And the citation reads, "You are one journalist who has shown consistency in the discharge of your professional duties. You have over the years shown abundant commitment to your work as a broadcast journalist, and these attributes make you a role model for most female journalists. Your beautiful narrations, poise and drive, and speaking to hordes of experts, depending on what you're covering, makes one feel the pain of the marginalized or the urge to visit a place. It's for this reason that the GJA awards you the Best Female Journalist of the Year. And this award goes to Beatrice Senaju from GBC. Beatrice Senaju.
A bigger round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Beatrice Senaju.
Do it better for her. She walks on stage. Female Journalist of the Year. And aside the package from the GJA, now Professor Dele is awarding the Female Journalist of the Year with a free 1-month skincare at Rabito Clinic.
Very quickly applause going, ladies and gentlemen. Beatrice Senaju of GBC, winning the Best Female Journalist of the Year at the 28th edition of the GJA Awards at the special 75th anniversary. Congratulations to you, Beatrice. Congratulations. Thank you. And now, Your Excellency, Honorable Minister, Chair, President, members of the Diplomatic Corps, friends, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure now to announce to you the topmost award, which will be the P.A. Viansa GJA Journalist of the Year, here at the 28th edition of the GJA Awards, which marks the special 75th anniversary. And the citation reads, "You have earned a place on the podium of the best in your noble vocation, traveling sometimes lonely and risky paths to produce news items that impact society. Your investigative work, Stealing from the Sick, is not merely an impactful news item, but actually profound as a testament to the competence of Ghanaian journalists. Your outstanding courage, the risk in traveling and unraveling the mystery behind the shortages of drugs at the Bogatanga Regional Hospital, and that unmasking of the syndicate whose activities must have cost some lives. It is a matter of pride when journalism produces results, and it is for this effort that you deserve the accolade of the P.A. Viansa GJA Journalist of the Year 2023, and this award will go to Edward Adeti of Media Without Borders. Ladies and gentlemen, some more applause as we welcome the P.A. Viansa GJA Journalist of the Year 2023. Congratulations once again. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the GJA Journalist of the Year for the year 2023. Please do one more big round of applause.
And this will be accompanied with a plaque summarizing all of the effort. And at this time, we'll hand over to you for a message of appreciation. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you our Journalist of the Year, Edward Adeti.
Well, thank you very much for this award. On behalf of my brother Edward Aditi, I want to thank each and everyone for this opportunity. I think it's not an easy thing, and this, I must say, it is something that we are most proud of, coming from the Upper East region. It's not an easy thing. And I think my people will be proud that today somebody from the Upper East region is receiving this award. I think we have to give applause to us. I'm able supported by the president of GJA in the Upper East region, who is here with me. For this award, all I can say is that the sky is the limit. May Almighty Allah bless all of us. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, shall we do it one more time and rise as we bid farewell to His Excellency, the President of the Republic. And on that note, we'll also say a big congratulations to Globe Productions for putting together this execution of this 28th edition of the GJA Journalist of the Year Awards.